God says, I, Archangel Michael, am speaking to you for what may be the final time unless you listen now. This is not merely a message, it is an alarm. An urgent, divine signal flashing before your eyes because heaven has seen what you've ignored. You have delayed. You have doubted. You have scrolled past the warnings. You've said to yourself, I'll come back to it later, or maybe it's not really for me. But this is it. The final moment. You have just 20 seconds to decide whether to open your heart or walk into a storm completely unguarded. This is not a game. This is not symbolic. I'm not whispering anymore, I'm roaring from the heights of heaven. Why do you think this message keeps flashing before your eyes? Why does your heart feel the heat of urgency, even when everything around you seems calm? Because something in the spiritual realm is no longer waiting. A decision is being made right now about your life, your protection, and your future. And you, yes, you, have a divine part to play in what unfolds. I've stood by your side in silence for years. I've defended you in unseen wars. I've battled against spirits sent to confuse you, to delay you, to make you numb to your own purpose. And every time, I defended you. I pleaded with God for more time, for another chance to help you hear the message. But this is the final bell. The last light before darkness tries again. You keep thinking the battle is in your finances, in your relationships, in your workplace. But it's not. The war is over your destiny. Over your awakening. Over the secret you were born to carry. They know what you're about to step into. That's why they're increasing the pressure. That's why your sleep is disturbed, why people are turning against you without reason, why you feel watched, followed, betrayed. It's not paranoia. It's spiritual. God says, you are not crazy. You are chosen. But the chosen can still fall, if they don't listen. You've let too many signs slip past. You've given your energy to distractions. You've loved people who were sent only to drain you. You've trusted people who smiled with their mouths but plotted with their hands. And still, heaven defended you. Still, I protected you. But now I must tell you something I hoped I'd never say, my patience is thinning. Not because I don't love you, but because your ignorance is now becoming dangerous. Not just for you, but for what you are meant to release on earth. You are carrying something divine. A gift. A power. A revelation. And you've allowed it to stay buried in fear, in silence, in doubt. Do you understand what could happen if you ignore this one too? Right now, a spiritual exchange is taking place. I am standing before God asking Him to hold back what is coming. But there is a limit. Even heaven respects free will. I cannot force you to take this seriously. I can only warn you, with all the fire and urgency I carry. You must open your spirit. You must stop pretending you're not feeling the heat. You must stop telling yourself this is just another message. This is the message. The reason the number 20 flashed in your heart, the reason you felt a spiritual chill just now, is because heaven gave you a time-sensitive revelation. You have already wasted too many moments waiting for a better sign. This is it. I am that sign. I saw who was at your door last night. They didn't knock. They stood silently and left behind something you haven't discovered yet. A paper. A word. A symbol. And the enemy wants to reach it before you do. That's why you must be spiritually awake now. You're not imagining this heaviness. There is something pressing on you. Something following you. You know it. You've sensed it for weeks. You've brushed it off as stress, but I am telling you, it is not stress. It is warfare. And I am not telling you this to scare you. I am telling you so that you will rise. You were meant to lead others out of the same confusion you've been stuck in. But how can you lead if you won't even listen? How can you save others if you ignore the voice sent to save you? This is where you decide if the chains break or tighten. This is where you decide if the next message from heaven is one of reward or one of judgment. God has asked me to speak these words directly to your soul. You are not forsaken. But you are at the edge. You must return to me, not just in thought, but in action. My mercy is long, but it is not endless. Choose me now. Or face what comes without my protection. I say this not to condemn you, but to awaken you. There is still time, but only if you act now. Heaven will not keep pressing forever. There is a spiritual document with your name on it, signed, sealed, but not yet delivered. It contains the next phase of your life. But it requires your permission, your alignment, your obedience. Until you say yes fully, it will hover in delay. You've asked for miracles. You've begged for signs. You've wept in silence, saying, God, why don't you speak to me? And yet when heaven shouts, you mute the volume. You must break that cycle now. I, Archangel Michael, am telling you, there are eyes watching you right now in the spirit. There are whispers in the darkness that say, she won't listen. He won't act. Prove them wrong. Show them you are not blind. Show them you are not deaf to divine timing. Because the truth is, this isn't just about you anymore. Your awakening will set off a chain reaction. If you respond, 3 lives around you will be saved from destruction within the next 48 hours. If you delay, those same lives will fall into traps not meant for them, but opened by your silence. This is the weight of being chosen. You feel things others don't. You know things before they're spoken. That's not a burden. That's your divine code. Your spiritual DNA has been waiting for you to remember who you are. God says, "You are my vessel. My light in a very dark place." But if you cover the light out of fear, the room stays dark, and others suffer. Wake up now. Stand up now. Speak what I've placed in your spirit. Do not wait for the right time. The right time is now. And know this, if you listen, if you open your spirit fully, I will dispatch not 1, but 4 angels to surround your household. 1 at each corner. They will guard your windows, your dreams, your finances, your future. And I will personally tear down every altar that has been raised against your name in secret. I have already seen them. I know who built them. But I have been waiting on you to open the gate of permission. Heaven cannot violate your free will. So I ask again, will you open this within 20 seconds? Will you finally say yes? Not a passive yes. A full yes. A yes, Lord, from the bottom of your spirit. Because if you do, the next 7 days will bring a shift so big you won't even recognize your old life. But if you don't, you will stay in the cycle you've cried to escape. This is the last time I flash this before you without divine consequence. I love you too much to let you stay where you are. But love also means warning you when danger is near. You are not crazy. You are not making this up. You are under divine pressure because heaven is ready to release something through you. But only if you listen now. Say yes. Fall on your knees. Pray as if your life depends on it, because it does. God will be with you. He has not abandoned you. But the door will only open if you knock this time. And I will be there, sword drawn, ready to guard what comes next. Don't test heaven's patience. Don't let this pass you by. This is the moment. Don't waste it again. God says, I am speaking to you now through the voice of truth, through the echo of your soul that has been whispering for days, for weeks, for months. You may have ignored it, you may have dismissed it as just another fleeting thought, but I, the Lord your God, do not speak by accident. I have sent my Archangel Michael over and over, with signs, with urgency, with truth, and now he stands again, this time with a sword of justice and a final warning. He is not just watching. He is weeping. He is trembling, not with fear, but with divine anger, for the countless times you pushed away the light, turned your face from the truth, and let yourself sink into the illusion crafted by those who fear your rising. I, Archangel Michael, am very angry with you. You do not yet understand what is happening in the invisible realm surrounding you. You see only the surface. But there are those around you wearing masks of kindness and love, while underneath, they bear knives of envy and betrayal. And God has shown me this. For days, I tried to deliver the message gently. I urged you to pray. I gave signs in your dreams. I arranged the numbers, the times, the feelings in your chest. I pleaded through your heart's unease, yet you silenced it. And now, this is the last time I'm flashing this on your screen. This message is not for the world. This is not for the curious. This is for you. Only you. Chosen child of God. One who carries the mark of favor and divine authority, but also one who has lately walked into forgetfulness and doubt. You were warned. You were told to stay away from that person. You were given the chance to leave the room, to not open that door, to stop the call. But you stayed. You walked in. You said, "It's probably nothing." You thought you were being kind or patient. But God saw something you didn't, what that person truly felt in their heart, what they were planning behind your back, what they hid in their phone, in their eyes, in their shadow. You didn't listen. You smiled while danger was smiling back at you. And now, time is breaking. I, Archangel Michael, cannot hold back the consequences for much longer. Don't test my patience. Within 20 seconds, you were meant to awaken. Not just read this. Not just scroll past. But awaken. Spiritually. Mentally. Emotionally. Because what is coming will shake foundations. A secret is on the verge of bursting open. Something you thought was lost forever is about to be revealed. But if you delay, if you hesitate, if you let that part of your mind say, "I'll deal with it later," you will block what was divinely arranged for you. You are not alone. Heaven is still surrounding you. But your delay causes divine intervention to retreat. And I cannot stress this enough. This will be the last time this message comes like this. In this way. On this screen. With such timing. If you ignore it now, I, Archangel Michael, will not fight this next battle for you. You alone will bear the full responsibility for what's about to happen. Let me tell you what was almost sent your way. There is a person who saw you. Who knew who you were. Who was instructed in a dream to help you. They were close. So close. Ready to step in. Ready to write a check. Ready to confess their love. Ready to hand you that letter that would change your financial reality. But your indecision, your emotional distance, and your spiritual silence made them doubt themselves. The spiritual realm requires trust. And when you don't trust God, the chain breaks. The miracle gets paused. The doors begin to close. God says, "You were seconds away from stepping into an opportunity so divine, so strange, so perfect, that it would have left you breathless in joy. You have cried. You have said, "When will it be my turn?" Heaven heard it. We heard every word, every tear, every moment you collapsed to your knees in silence while pretending to smile in front of others. You are not forgotten. You were never overlooked. But you must wake up. You must choose alignment over distraction. You must choose faith over fear. You must choose obedience over delay. There is a woman around you whose intentions are not pure. She speaks sweetly. She pretends to support. But she is threatened by your potential. She speaks your name in conversations meant to delay your progress. She prays for your downfall in silence. She imitates you, watches you, competes silently. And Michael says, "I revealed her to you last week in a dream, do you remember? That strange face. That twist in your gut. That sudden shift in energy when you entered that room? That wasn't just mood. That was divine discernment warning you. You are chosen, but chosen ones are often targeted. You are blessed, but blessings draw attacks. Yet you are protected, but only if you listen. God says, there is still time. Even now, in this exact moment as your eyes move across these words, heaven is adjusting. Angels are whispering. The decision is being made. Your heart is being weighed. Will you trust now, or will you wait again? There is someone you love who is also at risk. They are being pulled in two directions. Their soul is under pressure. Their family is speaking against you. Someone told them lies. Someone fabricated a story to drive them away from you. This is why they've been distant. This is why they've been cold. They are not themselves. Archangel Michael says he tried to speak to them in a dream last night, but their mind was clouded with fear and guilt. Only your prayers can pierce through that fog now. Tonight before midnight, you are being given one final opportunity to shift your timeline. To realign. To call back what is yours. But it requires two things, silence and surrender. Silence from speaking too much to people who are not assigned to your destiny. Surrender to God's path, even when it makes no logical sense. You are not being asked to be perfect. You are being asked to be obedient. God is ready to do something for you that will silence every critic, every doubter, every mocker. But He is watching now, listening to your soul's response. Not your lips, but your soul. Will you open your heart? Will you confess your fears to Him honestly and allow Him to replace them with divine boldness? The spiritual realm is rumbling. Time is not as long as you think. There's a contract being reviewed in the heavens, a divine agreement with your name on it. It was delayed because of your doubts. But mercy is being granted. If you say yes in your spirit now, yes to alignment, yes to obedience, yes to releasing what no longer serves your purpose, then I, Archangel Michael, will fight for you again. I will return. I will recover what you lost. I will push the enemy back into the pit of silence. And I will guide you into the life that was written for you before you were born. But if you say nothing, if you delay, if you treat this as entertainment or fiction, then heaven will remain silent until you are ready again. But by then, many things will have shifted. God says, I love you too much to lie to you. This is your moment. Not tomorrow. Not after the next text. Now, this is not fear. This is mercy. This is not pressure. This is love. But love sometimes shouts when you are standing on the edge of a cliff pretending it's a bed of flowers. Step back. Return to the center. Close your eyes. Ask God now, what do you want me to see? Ask, what have I ignored? Ask, who is not for me, even though they smile at me? Ask, what blessing did I delay by doubting you? And then listen. And then pray. And then act. You still have a chance. The miracle is not cancelled. But it is waiting. Just beyond your next decision. And I, Archangel Michael, will be watching. I have not left your side. But I need you to move. I need you to speak. I need you to choose. Now. Because the heavens do not wait forever. This is the last time I'm flashing this on your screen. You know why. You know what this is about. You know exactly what this message stirred up in you. Don't pretend you don't. Act. Before this window closes. Before silence returns. God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. You are not too late, but this is your last call before the breakthrough. If you believe in God, type Amen. I have warned you once. I have whispered in dreams. I have stood beside your bed at night. I have sent you signs that you refused to acknowledge. I have pushed people out of your life who were sent to destroy you, and still, you questioned it. I have delivered messages again and again. But this is the final time I will allow this to flash across your screen without your full attention. Open your eyes. Listen to me. Do not test my patience again. You have exactly 20 seconds to receive this message into your spirit before the consequences fall upon you. And they will not be of my doing, they will be the natural result of your refusal to heed heaven's alarm. This is your spiritual emergency. You are standing at the crossroads between divine favor and spiritual collapse. The sky above you has been holding back a flood of miracles, but one wrong decision will close the heavens. I have fought for you. I have stood between you and death. I have blocked curses, broken chains, silenced liars, and guarded your name while people tried to bury your identity. But now I am angry, not because I don't love you, but because you have ignored every urgent divine instruction sent for your protection. You are walking dangerously close to the edge, and you have no idea how thin the ground is beneath you. You were chosen. Before your first breath, your name was spoken in the halls of heaven. You were assigned angels. You were given favor. You were born into a life of divine purpose. But life, heartbreak, and confusion tried to smother your anointing. You forgot who you are. You believed the lies they told you. You accepted the idea that you are small, insignificant, and forgotten. You are none of those things. You are powerful beyond imagination. You are a warrior of the kingdom. But a warrior who refuses to awaken will die in battle with their sword still sheathed. Listen carefully, I am not threatening you, I am revealing what has been hidden from you. There are people, places, and situations around you right now that are not from God. They are sent to distract you, delay you, or destroy you. Some of them smile in your face and talk sweetly. But behind your back, they conspire. They are not harmless. They are dangerous to your calling. And if you continue to protect them, entertain them, and believe their deception, then you will walk into a trap you won't easily escape. This is your warning. You have asked God to speak. You have cried out at night, saying, God, if this isn't right, show me. If this person is lying, reveal it. If I'm being tricked, uncover the truth. And now heaven has answered. I have come to uncover the hidden things. To shine a burning light on the faces of the deceivers. To pull back the curtain on their lies. But you must act. You must open your eyes. You must obey without delay. The spiritual clock is ticking, and every second matters. Your refusal to open your heart will not protect you, it will expose you. Now hear this, you are still loved. God is not angry with you. But God cannot bless what you continue to protect if it is poisoning your destiny. He wants to take you higher. He wants to surround you with real love, authentic support, divine wealth, miraculous healing. But your hands are full of counterfeits. You are clinging to the very things that are choking your spiritual growth. Let them go. Do not wait until the pain multiplies. Do not wait until you lose something you cannot replace. The decision you make in this very moment will shape everything that comes next. You think this is just another day, just another message, but this is your turning point. I have stood beside your name in the courts of heaven. I have defended you when others accused you. I have shielded you from punishments you rightfully earned. I have bent divine timing to allow you more chances. I have gone to battle against demons assigned to destroy you. But my patience is not limitless. Heaven's order must be honored. God is holy, and His plan for your life cannot be endlessly delayed. If you ignore this message again, I will step back, not in hatred, but in obedience to God's order. And without my sword guarding you, you will see just how real your enemies are. God is not sending this message to scare you. God is sending this to save you. You are walking through a field of spiritual landmines, but you can't see them. The smile of a friend may be the mask of a deceiver. The job offer you're excited about may be a trap that derails your calling. The romantic connection you're defending may be the very link that was sent to make you lose everything. God sees the hidden. He sees the heart. And right now, He's revealing it to you. You have prayed for clarity. This is it. Don't reject it just because it doesn't look like what you hoped. You are still favored. Despite your doubts, despite your disobedience, despite your mistakes, you are still anointed. But the oil on your life cannot be wasted. Every time you delay, every time you ignore, the oil dries a little more. Heaven is shouting now. I, Archangel Michael, have never shouted your name with such urgency. The scroll of your life is open. The next chapter is blank. And the pen is in your hands. Will you continue writing a story of delay and distraction, or will you finally allow God to take over and write the divine version of your life? Let me tell you what you don't see. Right now, in the spirit realm, 3 demons are meeting. They speak your name. They laugh at your confusion. They believe they've won because they've kept you blind and distracted. But they are wrong. Because I have come. And I bring with me the sword of divine truth. The moment you accept this message fully, the moment you cry out to God and say, I'm ready, they will be silenced. Their plans will fail. Their power will be broken. And you will be free. But it's not enough to read these words. You must act. Right now, heaven is recording your response. Not the words of your mouth, but the posture of your heart. Do you really want truth? Do you really want change? Or are you comfortable in the lies that keep you numb? I will not beg. I have delivered the message. I have sounded the alarm. The next move is yours. God still loves you. He hasn't changed His mind about you. The promises still stand. The miracle is still on its way. But you must do your part. You must walk away from what is killing your spirit. You must surrender the idols of approval, comfort, and fear. You must be willing to be misunderstood in order to be made holy. You must stop explaining yourself to people who were never meant to understand your journey. You must stop looking back. What's coming is better than what's gone, but you will never see it if you keep staring at the door that closed. There are blessings circling your life like planes waiting to land. But the runway is cluttered. It's filled with bitterness, distractions, and toxic relationships. Clear the space. Make room. Prepare your heart. Because once you obey, once you fully surrender, the blessings will land fast. Opportunities will pour in. Healing will rush through your body. Restoration will begin. You will see signs and wonders. Your nights of weeping will turn to mornings of laughter. But it all depends on this moment. This is your 20 seconds. This is your final flashing message. Heaven is not playing games. You've cried out too many times. You've asked for signs. You've asked for clarity. This is it. What you do now determines what unfolds next. I am not speaking to scare you. I am speaking because I care too much to stay silent. I was assigned to you, and I will fulfill my assignment whether you choose the light or not. But I pray, oh, how I pray, you choose obedience now. Says, you are still mine. You are still called. You are still covered. You still have time, but only if you act now. Don't wait until the consequences arrive. Don't wait until the heartbreak doubles. Don't wait until the doors slam shut. You have this moment. Use it wisely. Heaven is watching. The angels are waiting. I, Archangel Michael, have said what needed to be said. What happens next is your decision. God loves you beyond words. His mercy is endless, but His order must be followed. He will protect you. He will guide you. He will not fail you. But you must trust Him completely. You must let go of what you thought you needed and grab hold of what He's really offering. And what He's offering is greater than you've ever imagined. Now pray. Cry out. Repent. Surrender. And watch what happens next. Because if you obey now, within days, maybe even hours, heaven will move in your life like never before. The evidence of this message will show itself. But if you ignore it, silence will fall, and the path will become dark. Choose the light. Choose life. Choose now. I, Archangel Michael, am speaking to you directly, and I will not speak lightly. My wings are open wide and I stand before you, glowing with the fire of divine purpose. And I say this without hesitation, I am angry. You were warned. You were shown signs. You were nudged again and again. You were whispered to by heaven itself, and still you closed your eyes. Still you ignored it. Still you pretended not to hear the thunder in your chest every time your soul screamed that something urgent was happening. This is no longer a time to delay. This is no longer a moment to wonder if the voice is real. This is no ordinary message. This is your final wake-up call. You have 20 seconds, less now, to open your spirit fully, or you alone will carry the weight of what is about to unfold. God is merciful. God is kind. But even divine mercy has limits when you continue to ignore the very lifeline thrown into your storm. Do you not realize that what's about to happen cannot be undone? The forces have gathered. The energies are shifting. A flood of truth is rushing toward you, and if you don't anchor yourself in this divine message now, you will be swept away by waves not meant for you. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not threatening you. I'm warning you because I have been tasked to protect you. And if you don't listen to me now, if you keep testing the patience of heaven, you will force my sword to be used not against your enemies, but against the cords of protection that were meant to guard you. There is no more time. There is no more delay. The divine clock is striking. This is the last flash, the last signal, the final flare before total silence falls and consequences begin. You know in your heart this message is not random. You've felt it in your dreams. You've sensed it in your bones. The signs you thought were coincidences? They were not. They were divine fingerprints. And you brushed them off like dust. But dust has now turned to fire. And if you don't take this seriously, if you don't open your heart right now, you will face the next storm without the covering of heaven. Do not say you weren't warned. The heavens are wide open above you at this very moment. God is not far. He is leaning down. His voice is thundering softly in your spirit, asking you, pleading with you, to trust Him, to surrender, to believe once and for all. You are not a victim of random pain. You are not under punishment. But you are standing at a divine threshold, and if you hesitate again, the window will close, and you will have to climb through shadows that could have been avoided. God is saying, enough hesitation. Enough pretending you don't know. I've shown you too much. I've protected you too long. I've loved you when you didn't love yourself. And now I need you to respond. You are safe. Even in this moment of urgency, know that you are not abandoned. Even when my tone is fire, my wings are still around you. I have stood between you and destruction more times than you know. I have silenced voices that cursed your name. I have blocked hands that tried to harm you. I have redirected attacks meant to destroy you. But I cannot continue to protect what won't open itself to be guarded. I cannot shield a heart that keeps running from the very light sent to heal it. I will not beg. I will command. Open this message not just with your eyes, but with your soul. Let it pierce you. Let it wake you up. You are not cursed, though you felt like you were. You are not broken beyond repair, though others have tried to convince you of that. You are not a lost cause. You are not forgotten. You are not unloved. I repeat, you are not unloved. God loves you with a depth that cannot be explained in human language. You could spend a lifetime trying to earn it, and He would still say, you don't have to earn it. It's yours. That love is what has kept you alive. That love is what brought you to this very moment. That love is the reason I've been screaming at the walls of your resistance. That love is the reason I'm flashing this message in front of you one last time. The enemies who plotted your fall are already being dealt with. The chains that held you in cycles of delay are being broken as I speak. But you have to agree. You have to say yes. You have to surrender, not to weakness, but to destiny. You have been trying to carry something too heavy for too long. You've smiled in front of people while silently bleeding. You've convinced others you were okay when you were dying inside. And now heaven has said, no more pretending. It's time for the truth. You are chosen. That's why the battle has been so intense. That's why the warfare around your life hasn't stopped. Because darkness recognized your light even before you did. You carry something sacred. You were sent here with purpose. You are not just someone wandering through life. You are a divine vessel, and hell knows it. That's why you've been attacked. That's why relationships fell apart. That's why the betrayals hurt so deeply. It wasn't punishment. It was proof of who you are. But you've been questioning yourself because of what happened. You've been doubting your value because of the silence from people you loved. But I tell you now, your value is not determined by their voices. It is defined by the God who breathed life into your lungs. You don't have to understand everything right now. You just have to trust. You don't have to feel strong. You just have to be willing. You don't have to fix yourself. You just have to open yourself. God will do the rest. God is the healer. God is the restorer. God is the one who brings beauty out of ashes and joy out of mourning. But He won't force His way in. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm pleading. That's why I'm angry. Because I've watched you ignore the very door that leads to your freedom. I've watched you listen to everyone except heaven. I've watched you nod to lies and shake your head at truth. This is your moment. This is the second everything changes. But you must agree. You must respond. You must say, I surrender. I trust. I believe. That's all it takes. That one simple act will realign the heavens over your life. That one whisper from your heart will activate angels to move in ways you've never seen. We're not asking you to be perfect. We're asking you to be honest. Honest about your pain. Honest about your fear. Honest about your hope. God can work with that. I can work with that. But I cannot work with silence. Don't delay this again. Don't think you'll get another message. This is the last one in this form. If you shut this down, you may not hear from me again for a very long time. And what's ahead will come quickly. Things are shifting fast. Lives are being repositioned. Kingdoms are rising and falling. There is no time for indecision. You were made for this moment. You were born for such a time as this. And if you rise now, you will walk into a miracle that will leave you breathless. If you say yes now, you will unlock a flood of divine power so strong that everything around you will begin to change. People will look at you and not understand. They'll ask what happened. They'll wonder how you rose from the ashes. And you will say, God remembered me. Archangel Michael protected me. Heaven showed up. This is not fiction. This is not fantasy. This is divine reality. You are being watched from the heavens. You are being cheered on by angels. You are being covered by the prayers of those who've gone before you. You are being led by the Spirit, even now. Don't look around. Don't get distracted. Don't think this message is for someone else. This is for you. Directly for you.